So, I decided to make another video again tonight because, what I got going on Facebook, it's really important I do this stuff and tell everyone about it. Because there's people, that have been, they're doing stuff that I really appreciate. Because they make me laugh, first of all, the specific person I'm actually talking about. This is why I really, the whole video, well, not the whole video, but, the video is because of this person. I'm excited because I told you guys about, Truth Social and the app I'm developing, and it'll be coming out next year. Um, and what's cool about it is I'm excited for you guys because of the entertainment. This person is quite interesting. It's a man. I'm not sure. It might be a female. I don't know. You might have to ask this person. This person's name is Scrap. If you want to go check this person out, go ahead. Go on Facebook. I recommend it actually. Go on my Facebook. Check out Life Stories Perspectives and check out, Jaybird. There's many Jaybirds, by the way, but there's two Life Stories Perspectives. I would find Jaybird or just look up Scrap. You can find them yourself. That's what I would do. Check this person out, and the reason why I say check this person out is because this person, if you do check this person out and you like this person, you will be able to see this person, with a subscription, so and free as well. So you'll be able to get this person's entertainment as well, and for free. And then if you get a subscription through the app, you'll have many other things, which I'll be speaking on. Yeah, it's gonna be really good stuff. You'll have resources for jobs, all type of things. Scripture, access to education, links, to websites, various websites. This app is gonna have travel information. The best places to travel. This app's gonna be really fucking legit. It's gonna be cool as hell, and people are gonna like it. I know people are gonna like it because I like it, and so yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna take you guys for a ride. I'm gonna go get some candy actually. What's funny is I get stuff out of the trash all the time. People knock me on it all the time, but um, I get like the TV, man. Like, look. So I fix electronics. So you see this TV right here? This TV, the lady, I was riding by it and it was sitting outside the curb with the box with face down. And I rode past it and I turned around, a lady was on the porch, sitting on the porch, and I was like, what's up with that, And the only reason why I turned it around because one, the box was there and it was, flat down with the face down. I'm like, well, somebody put it down on top of the cardboard, made me think that like the screen wasn't cracked, like they wanted, something was going on with it maybe, like it still worked possibly. And I asked her, she said that it would turn on and clip out. So I was like, Well, I opened up the back of it. The the cord that goes in the back, the plug was loose. It needed to be soldered down. The solder broke. It was, whoever mounted it on the wall maybe stressed out the power cable, or, who knows? A kid pulled on the cord or whatever it was. It stressed out. It couldn't even been like a bad solder, like the manufacturing process when they dipped the board inside of the vat of solder. It could have been like a cold solder, they call it. It was just a bad solder. And the robot didn't, or whatever, process they use, it didn't work. So I fixed it. And, like, look, it's a 55-inch smart TV. I didn't pay anything for it. And I fixed it, and I had the equipment and the solder already to fix it. What's funny, I carried that TV on my bike, like half a mile, like 5 blocks. It was terrible. I almost didn't make it. I almost dropped it a couple times. People were like making fun of me, laughing at me and shit. On the bike, you guys see, I pulled it. I rode back on it. But yeah, so I didn't grab no candy. on my way out, and I kind of want candy. I'm craving for it, and I'm gonna be up late. So, yeah, you guys are gonna roll with me. So another reason why I brought up that I get stuff out the trash is earlier today I was riding my bike and there was some subwoofers, like car speakers, that somebody threw out, and there was two boxes. There were four 12s, and all the speakers are blown but one, and it was like some American bass speaker. I was thinking about grabbing it, going back there, but I don't want the sub. But there was two amps, these Kenwood amps, and the other one was on there, and I had a hard time getting it off. But I took it, I broke it. You can see the hole. I kind of took these screws out with my little pocket knife, and I couldn't get my pocket knife down in there to loosen the third one they had. So I kind of just like pulled it up on it and broke it. But the reason why I wanted it in the trash is because these dials, and I'm going to be doing my ham radio, and Kenwood makes really good stuff, man, and I had a feeling that it might still work, so I pulled it, and I flipped it over. It's funny, I've never seen an amp like this, ever. See, it's kind of funny, it's open. I'm assuming they did that so I can breathe, but I'm thinking about taking the screws out and checking it out, and I'm going to use it. If it works, I was thinking about using it for my ham radio. That way, when I set up the ham radio, I can use the amplifier. I can mount it somewhere on the boat if it works. And I have a Kenwood amp that runs it, Maybe a little subwoofer, like a little 10 or something, or a little 8. And then, I don't know, is it a 4-channel? It looks like a 2-channel. Yeah, it's just a left and right. So it's a 2-channel. I can hook up a sub. It looks like just a subwoofer. Yeah, it's just a sub amp. It's not a high pass. It's only low pass. So, I could have some deep sound, you know what I mean, with my ham radio, if it works. Which would kind of be nice, actually. Because, like, a lot of ham radios, they use, like, the older... I'm going to be using the older style one, with the crystals and the vacuum tubes. Those are the better ones. I'm going to find a digital one and an antique one. And the antique one, I'm going to be using the amp on, along with, a component system for it, which will be in the boat, So, I'm excited. It's gonna be amazing. I can't wait. It's gonna be like a little fort. Can't wait. Here, before we go, we'll talk to God. I always talk to God. I'm gonna do some cards. So, yeah, I'll show you guys. I do this all the time. It's just a thing I do. So, playing poker and stuff, from my experience, when you shuffle 5 times, man. I don't know what it is about doing it 5 times. Like, if I do it 2, 3, it seems like it doesn't, like, when you're playing spades and stuff, it seems like you always get, like, the same cards. I don't know if it's just me or not, but it's a habit. Sometimes, like, people get mad because it takes so long to shuffle. Because people they're always in a hurry to grind, like, hurry up, man, pass those cards out, I gotta get somewhere, get this money. So, people act funny, too. You don't play around at the poker table. Yeah, that's one place you don't play around. Because, you just don't play around. And it's funny, because people, the stuff they do, man, the stuff they try to do to win, it's hilarious. That's why you always cut. You always gotta cut. Always cut the deck. So, let's flip the card. 5 of spade. Spade's usually good, but 5 is my number, and it's funny that it's popped up a 5. I was just saying 5. And it's a spade, but spade usually means that I gotta work. It means, well, I am working. A spade means you're digging, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? You know what a spade is. That's what it originally meant. It means working. You gotta work. I gotta work. So, I was reading Jeremiah earlier, so we'll go Jeremiah 5. Let's see what it says. I was at Jeremiah. I was at Jeremiah 49. See my toothpick? That's where I was at, Jeremiah 49. If anybody wants to go to Jeremiah 49 and read it, that's what I was reading earlier. I'll tell you about it, but we gotta look up chapter 5. So let's look up Jeremiah chapter 5. And then we'll go get some candy. You guys are good to see my hood. This is the red letter Bible. Jesus Bible. I don't know if I think it's a King James version too. It says the Holy Bible, Red Letter Edition. Old and New Testament. It says conformable to the edition of 1611, commonly known as the Authorized or King James Version. So it is a King James Version. And I prefer to read out of the King James Version. When it comes to like concordance studying and like the real translations, because the original the original King James Version, they really, it was translated from Latin, you know what I mean, and Greek, so to English, so they put a lot of effort into it, and back then, things were different then, they didn't have internet and stuff, so the people that did it, their craft, they were really good at what they did. So, I'm going to read it. It says, chapter 5, judgments of God on Jewry for their iniquities. It says, 19, contempt of God, 25, wickedness in the state and church. And it says, run ye to and fro through the streets. So, it's basically saying, run to and from through the streets of Jerusalem, and see now, and know, and seek in the broad places thereof, if ye can find a man, if there be any, that executeth judgment, that seeketh the truth, and I will pardon it. So he's saying if you seek God, you seek Jesus, right, and you seek him in truth, and judgment, you execute judgment, so you call everybody out on their bullshit and you only speak truth, he will pardon all your iniquities. He's saying that all your karma that you've had in your past, he'll pardon it. You won't have it no more. That's why Jesus says you're saved. You don't have to, you're free from all that karma, that negative energy that comes back at you, which is natural. That's how the earth is controlled, God's ways are higher than that, and God can, boom, switch the fucking earth like that, just flip it, in 2 seconds, less than that, and we're done, So, and that's karma. I mean, that's his ways. That's heaven's, law, which is higher. It's above law. You understand? You can't understand heaven, his ways, if you can't even understand natural law, the way the physical world works, how the universe holds itself together, how our physical bodies stay together, let alone the spirit. And Jesus says that in the New Testament. But he says, and though they say the Lord liveth, surely they swear falsely, So he's saying that people, they all know that God is alive, but people swear that he isn't, and they do what they want to do. That's what he's saying. O Lord, are not thine eyes upon the truth? Thou hast stricken them, but they have not grieved. Thou hast consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. And they have made their faces harder than a rock. They have refused to return. So he's saying that these people are hard in their hearts. You know what I mean? They don't want to return to God. They just want to be hard-headed and just do the things they want to do their way. And that's why they keep on failing. That's why you're not accomplishing the things that you want to do, and you're still hurting. And he says, therefore I said, surely these are poor, they are foolish, they know not the way of the Lord, nor the judgment of their God. I will get me unto the great men, and will speak to them, for they have known the way of the Lord, and the judgment of their God. But these have altogether broken the yoke, and burst the bonds. Wherefore a lion out of the forest shall slay them, and a wolf of the evening shall spoil them. A leopard shall watch over their cities, every one that goeth out thence shall be torn in pieces, because their transgressions are many, and their backslidings are increased. How shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sworn by them that are no gods, when I have fed them to the full. They then committed adultery, and assembled themselves by troops in their harlot houses. So he's basically, God is saying this person, first of all, was a person that wrote this. He was in spirit and truth, you know. He was tired of the bullshit like me. He was tired of seeing it, so he was asking God for the words to say, you know. God was giving him the words to say, that what he was going to do, you know. He was prophetically speaking, Jeremiah was, you know. And he's saying that basically these people, they broken the yoke, you know. God continues to call them, but they keep on breaking the relationship with them. And a yoke, what people don't understand what a yoke is. Back in the day, they had cows, they plowed, you know, and Jesus always talked about farming, you know, and seeds. Well, they had to plow the field, you know, to plant the seeds, you know, make all those straight lines and stuff. And the yoke was the piece of wood that connected that plow to the cows, so the cows could drag it. Well, Jesus always referred to himself, or God always referred to himself as the yoke. And so what it's saying is, and if you translate it, it's saying that you must work for God in order to be pardoned. You can't do faith without works is dead, because love is a verb, it's an action. So if I have faith in God and I love and I do those things in faith of something I cannot see and believing that it's coming, and then you work for him, you're yoked to him, you're bonded to him, you're always going to do good in the eyes of the Lord, because he doesn't see you, he sees his son in you, because you're working with his son, you're working with Jesus, you have a relationship with Jesus. So, you know, your sin, your guilty conscience, your sin has been removed. It not only here, you know, and here now, but you know, you have access to heaven. You gain the key to go. And that key is your conscience. See, all of a sudden, when you listen, man, when you get the Holy Spirit, bro, you get like this profound knowledge of what's really happening in the world, and it hurts. It's crazy, because you don't realize what's really happening to you at first, and you're like, what the fuck's going on, man? Like, what is happening to me? And then you like start asking him, like, what the fuck are you doing to me, dude? Because he'll do it. And be careful what you pray for, man. Be careful what you ask for, seriously, because you don't ask for something that you know that you think you want and you're not ready to you know, you think you're ready for it and you're not, because God will use people, man, to accomplish his goal, not only to help people but to strike people down as well. There's many times in the Bible, you know, all these bad people that are committing all these bad things, you know, doing all this evil, you know, he will allow his people that have a relationship with him, that are born out of the Spirit, right? Like me, when I go fuck up and go do something when I know I'm not supposed to do it, and I keep on continuing to do it, and he gave me that gift, that grace, that Holy Spirit, he doesn't want me to use that gift to do destruction. So he will use, there's many stories in the Bible, he will use those bad people, like the Ammonites, or, you know, all these other different tribes, to kill the Israelites or drive them out of the Holy Land, because they did nothing but adultery on his holy land, and he was tired of it. So, but I could read on more. You know, the video is already 20 minutes, so I kind of been looking at it. You can go read this yourself, you know, Jeremiah 5. And I didn't read all of it, but I'm enough. I'm done preaching, teaching. So let's go get candy. I got my hoodie on. Probably should put a jacket on too. Damn it. My ashtray. I have a magnet from that job, Ferris, too. So it's Ferris processing on it. You probably can't see it right now. But, here, I'll show you. So it says, you kind of see it now. It says Ferris processing on it. So, you know, I wanted to touch metals to see what metals are ferrous and non-ferrous, you know. I kept it. I'd always have to check stuff, you know, I was going down the line and, you know, making sure people are, you know, that were standing on the line and everything, they were doing their job right, you know, and they were separating the stuff. Which, I had that job and it sucked. Standing there for 12 hours in one spot, just tossing metal off a conveyor belt in fucking containers. Fuck that, dude. I did that shit for 1 month. I'm like, I want the high-low job. A high-low job came open, and the people that were working there are fucking lazy, man. You know, they were hiring people. It's hard to get people to work that many hours, man. You know, but the pay was worth it, you know. I justified all those hours for the pay. The pay was worth it. Dude, listen, man, my parole officer tried to get me in trouble, man. Tried to lock me up because I was making more money than her, bro. I'm serious. That's pathetic. And I'm looking for, there it is. I was looking for my pen, my cartridge. I'm out of weed pretty much. I have no weed. Flour, I'm out of wax, flour. I just pretty much finished this cartridge. There's like a hit left. Maybe. And, I have this cartridge, which has a couple hits left, you know, a quarter of it, which will last me till tomorrow, till I re-up. What's stupid is I have one somewhere around here, and I can't find it. It's a black one, and that's another reason why I kind of want to clean up. I'm hoping that I find it, because I don't want to have to buy more batteries. Alright, there's my planner I was going to go through with you guys. It's kind of cute. Margarita would love it. It's kind of why I got it, because it reminded me of her. I miss her, dude. I miss her so much. But, man, let's go. Here, I'm gonna grab a jacket. I was looking for that cartridge. I forgot to grab my jacket. Yeah, this one's fine. We're not going far, so we're just going to get some candy, and I'm probably gonna grab a Fiji water. There's something about Fiji water, man. I don't know. There's just something about it. I know what it is. First of all, Fiji water, the taste is amazing. If you've never had Fiji water, and you can go get some, you should try it. Seriously.